If they shooting black men, guess what? I'm gonna say something about it. Because you know why? Just like you ain't gonna, like your boy said, it ain't gonna happen. Guess what? I'm not letting nobody sell you drugs without me saying that. I'm not gonna do it. Just like that's your boy, guess what? I'm your boy. Even though I don't know you, I'm not letting nobody tell you crap. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues. Call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No call it can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the many, don't see it. Separated from the tares, now on my prayers, and it's so be it. A rebel, take the world by word of mouth. UPK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm handing verdicts out. Get rank, you ain't heard a clout without a shadow of a doubt. These devils hitting licks off us. Fuck the bank, I'm about to stone the pocket ticket office. Can't sweet talk us, cannot stop us. And plus I know the feds watching us. Telling people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison, they stockpile us. Meanwhile, UPK turning rebels into rock wallers. In league with mighty men, and now I understand things that never truly made sense. Like why I'm crying at this funeral for a criminal, knowing he ain't innocent. It's fucked up, but my boot shine, standing between two priests, about to blaze on their ass. Call it tough love. Look out for niggas just club and wouldn't touch a white bitch with OJ's black gloves. Father, forgive me for my error. I'm forever by your side, clean and purge me of all my flaws. This the reason I'm alive. Thank God for this truth, cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause. Look, man, first time I met Commander Junior Hunter, man, hit 3807. Rebel without a cause. My little daughter with me. Opened the door, he was dropping the truth for me and all that. Rebel he without said, a cause. Man, you know, you do your time, we taking the mountains, training in hand-to-hand combat. Rebel without a cause, oh, yeah. It's the reason I'm shine alive. Up, thank nigga. God for this truth, cause for a long time was a rebel without a cause.
And you cannot whoop us. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down for 400 years. We already got the wounds inside and outside our bodies. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We live in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one gonna get infected.
That fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I say, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, bitch, I done had enough. Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, all these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promised nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work and bring that paper back. Sharp, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up, I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit. I know you sick of it too, man. Money supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now.
Yeah, nah.
Shit is just different, man. I'm showing the difference.
I'ma show them it's a difference. I'ma only say this once, you better listen. When West is where it started, so you know that's where it finished. We got one main objective, nigga, let's complete the mission. We explaining what the who, lead them bitches in they feelings. Snub on me, only time I put my nose inside your business. I don't want my gun to show, so I wear my shirt bigger. This is our world, cause if this was your world, I'd be the villain. Break his whole block down, all I gotta do is finish. Stuffing Mac shell drums, turn your crib to Sunday dinner. You don't live here, you visit, this my shit, it's a difference. I don't do lean, Lobos in my cup is what I'm sipping. I don't do dreams, I just say a prayer, go and get it. And it all work out, you know this ain't for play, this ain't for fun. I've been destined for this shit, niggas know that I'm the one. This shit can go 100 yards, you would think I kicked a punt. You would think I had a flare gun on go, you niggas run. They like he an Israelite, all he rap about is guns. Bitch, I'm an Israelite that own a lot of guns. What that nigga said who? Tell him watch the grind. Yeah, you must be crazy if you ever think of stopping mine. Knock all of the chains out you niggas, make them drop a dime. This tourist hold 12, it is not a zodiac sign. Piss me off, get me in my bag, make me drop a bomb, drop a nuke, make the world freeze, I can stop the time. Watch what you do, cause once you do it, you can't press rewind. On purpose, I do the opposite, so nigga cross the line. This is different, I ain't looking for trouble, but on point, case you think I rap. Turn him to a vegetable, lead this nigga cabbage patch. Know them niggas with me, if you see him, then they got my back. Got it out the mud, big stepping, you can see the tracks, follow me. I can teach you something, have her see relax. If you gonna speak on anything, just make sure it's fact. It's a difference, we are not the same, help them notice that. Pay attention, watch how we move, we can know we can't. Hang around all real niggas, then we move as one. This ain't Fortnite, get into it, ain't no 1v1. The smoke I bring to you, you can't take it in with your lung. Life about warfare, we just make it look fun. She asked what kind of oil I got on, I told her give them some. When West the only real niggas left, you better get you one. Chicken shop, giving out wings if I pull a drum. It's a difference, you better watch your words before you eat your tongue. Scrape the whole plate, not a trace nor leave a crumb. Ice falling off the watching chain like it's freezer burn. Daring somebody to say my name, I would eat to him. Loyalty means everything, so I don't eat with them.
Yeah. But I took an oath that I'ma stand up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, yeah, bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Was throwing honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's devil, rest in peace. Tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes blooded. Posted with the low stugging. In 15, I got caught up at the wrong spot. The cop tried to whoop me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Blaze on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. It's that nation building flow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Now bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the South, but knew a trail up in Cornell. Met a nigga by the name of Darnell. That really ain't his real name. He put me on the work from the cartel. The bitch ain't a snitch, never snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I gotta lick. This right before the truth, that shit legit. We can ship it by the truck loaded. By in the summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on they bitch ass. Got green plus his hands on they bitch ass. Pop a rubber band on the bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying, I don't trick cash. Let's slow the car down while I ride down the I-95, thinking about my daughter's eyes on some real shit. My partner caught a case, faced the time. What the fuck is going through a nigga's mind on some real shit? My daddy passed away while I was crying, but my pride won't let me keep crying on some real shit. Something gotta give, shit. Cause somebody gotta make it out these streets. You bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Rockin' this shit. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, VG. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. Mama grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with his virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the Irish. Say all y'all do the street. Tell y'all to do the street. If a nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet, got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead.
We put a tidal wave of emotion upon the back burner. Coming up in this truth, you suffer like a Nat Turner. Terrence Crutcher ain't the first or the last of the black murders. Anybody trying to water you down, they lack the fervor. This the school of the hard knocks. We hard rocks, come with that smooth talk slick. You get your heart operated on your mind. It's what the Christian church made it on all the lies. And that white man you keep waiting on to fall out of the sky. Nothing but watery eyes and the gnashing of your teeth. We keep this brotherhood strong. Contort a bottle with the priest. We turn the drama into peace. But keep a lookout at the lookout. Anybody got a problem? No, we quick to bring the book out. As a fisher of men, I'm trained to always have my hook out. We them rebels you heard about. Same hands I have you took out 144,000 saints that Christ done took out. We wasn't straight, so we got the crooks out. It's going down. You ain't gotta be from around. Just a member of the family. Religianity, it's just a white man's fantasy to keep us out the land through the vanity of our eyes. You can't deny the devil being a lie and a terrorist. So UPK is real as it gets, the realest it's ever been. Every trooper is evidence, the officers, weapon specialists, the captains of chariots, the generals dropping jewels on you Judas Iscariot. Repent, motherfucker. In the world I wasn't Cupid, the truth made me ruthless. Used to fear death, now I don't give two shits. Bloody knuckles, suit fist. Rather have my boots kissed. Cook these heathens up like a steak out of Ruth's Chris. Straight out the nooses. They knowin' how we do in a moment. It's hammer time. Let a nigga call me Judas. Mr. Mac is on attack mode. I'm ice, I don't act cold. Never mind, I'm an asshole. My mission defending black folk. Equipped with bacon tackle. Standing next to me, listen, you could light a candle. Boots, braids, beards, and grills with all black camo. Coming out of Hebrew Academy, John Rambo. I'm a sample of your life. After stepping, fetching sample. Keep your bad and bougie ass on. I want my Lando. Yasha Allah, prophets of the Father. Watch me pop my collar. Fishing out, preparing for the slaughterhouse. Weapons of war in the drought. Hell, you talking about if God is all love. Why they chalking out bodies with your sawed off religion? Intentions is looking shoddy. Looking shoddy. A hard copy, we make a man out of Punani. The game is like you mind, you recording it like you Molly. UPK is one body, many members, no duplicates. The fake camps proving this. We in the BX Bronx, my nigga, who you with? We too legit to quit, and it's an all-star weekend, not a heathen in the atmosphere. The whole damn atmosphere, the chariots are not. Yeah, I wish I got my jacket here, passing over land with our weapons in hand. Commanding General Johanna raising messengers, man. Nothing ordinary, extraordinary ain't a compliment. The white man's breathing on the black man's oxygen. Without the UPK, we still believe in false doctrine. I'm in the furnace, Johnny Cochran, and the blood don't fit. This is Israel of Romulus. The white man's the devil. America's a cockpit. Flaming homosexuals, Israel better stop quick. Christ is coming with 200 million black men locked him. Blood to the bright, I'm flying saucers up with my eyes. It's that UPK anthem. We ain't out here on the streets like a phantom. We be up on these corners like goddamn them. We be dropping these verses real exquisite. Nothing random, everyone is a hitter. That's why we land them. Hey, this that UPK anthem. We ain't out here on the streets like a phantom. We be up on these corners like goddamn them. We be dropping these verses real exquisite. Nothing random, everyone is a hitter. That's why we land them. Hey, this that UPK anthem. We ain't out here on the streets like a phantom. We be up on these corners like goddamn them.
we be dropping these verses real exquisite. Nothing random, everyone is a hitter, that's why we land them. Hey, this that UPK anthem. We ain't out here on the streets like a phantom. We be up on these corners like goddamn 'em. We be dropping these verses real exquisite. Nothing random, everyone is a hitter, that's why we land them. Hey, this that UPK anthem. We ain't out here on the streets like a phantom. We be up on these corners like goddamn 'em. We be dropping these verses real exquisite. Nothing random, everyone is a hitter, that's why we land them. Hey.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I ain't a people pleaser. Huh. Yeah. I I ain't a people pleaser. I don't like people either. I don't care if your Nas a jigger ain't wanna meet you. Just give me my motherfucking check if we do a feature. Tell Michael Jordan he can keep his fucking sneakers. Walk inside your favorite church and just drop your preacher. Cause he ain't gonna drop the right shit that he should teach you. But what about Obama? Nigga, I don't like him either. What has he done for us? 6 years or plus. All our leaders only care about in God we trust. But do they trust in God? It's all a facade. See through the mirage, diamonds in the cars. They got $1 million houses, have you seen ours? See, we get mesmerized and fail to recognize that they don't sympathize, cause now they living better lives. Cause they got some money, we see them as demigods. But they'll be sleeping in that same place when that semi-fives. You ain't bigger than me, ain't God, ain't Christ, my father figure to me. You just another nigga to me. We breathe the same air, fuck if you richer than me. Ain't never been iller than me. I got bodies on the track, you ain't no killer to me. You just another nigga to me. We both gonna die one day, you ain't no different than me.
Aiming at them ass-eating pastors, 3-piece suited up. Fuck about your status, it's gonna get you oozed up. Kingdom suffer violence while you tiptoe like a burglar. Stuff for ransom in them wallets, standing from the murderer. And you never consider the pope who can't afford
check, mic check.
Under limo tent, hiding like a rodent.
Check.
Think they so slick, left the people hopeless.
I can't hear myself. Hold on, let me see this. Check. Let me turn this up. All right, I hear myself now. What's going down, y'all? Y'all already know it is Cross the Line Radio. You know what I'm saying? We got a call on the line already. You know what I mean? We're going to get with the call in a second. You know what I mean? A couple of things that I want to talk about this evening. Y'all can call us up. Phone lines will be wide open. 917-779-9499. That's 917-779-9499. I am your host, Captain Chaataza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got a couple of brothers in the house tonight. You know what I'm saying? Give Officer Haza a hand. You know what I'm saying? Newly raised Officer 5,000 of Shagapan. You know what I'm saying? My main man, Officer Sha'al. Yeah. Newly raised Officer Ashaya Allah. I almost, you know. I be having to translate your name every time, man. You know what I'm saying? And bro, you still a trooper? Oh man, what's going on here? This is crazy. This man done passed the bar, but he this is crazy. Hold on a sec. Let me see. Payback is a dog. That joint is fire. Who we got with us tonight? You know what I'm saying? Adolphus, Monty. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? We got another trooper, Olivia Arnold. Let me see. Dashara, Mr. Nelson, Just Art and Paint. Yatazak probably only be here for 5 minutes because somebody's going to blow his phone up. Terry Turner. You know what I'm saying? And I got some other things that, you know what I'm saying, I want to talk about this evening. We're going to get to it. But for now, you know what I'm saying, let's see what the caller has to say. 614-900. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
This is Preaching Officer Sakan.
What's going down? Officer Sakan, my brother. You got a question or a comment?
Yeah, come, sir. It's Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 3. A little breakdown on that, sir. Okay, sir.
Malachi chapter 2 and verse 3.
You come, sir.
Brother sounded like he was trying to get it answered in class. Didn't happen. Hold on.
Right.
Malachi chapter 2 verse 3. Behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feast. And one shall take you away with it, and ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. What's your question?
Okay, I know it ain't most I put dung on your face for real. Just how would you break it down, sir? Like explain to somebody.
You just want to think about it as shame. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever we sinned against the Most High, you know what I'm saying? Like he plagues us. Like remember what it says in Proverbs, that the Lord shall laugh in our calamity. You know what I mean? Like and like that's That's even more of like a quote for any Christian who wants to act like God is all love. Meanwhile, he's saying he gonna rub dung in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning he's going to shame you. Like, that ain't something polite. That ain't something. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of polite, he under the jail for a reminder. You know what I'm saying?
Most High Christ for that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where you understand all child molesters should be. Or can we say that? Child abusers.
Sexual abusers.
Child abusers. That's where all child abusers should be. You understand? Convicted child abusers should all be in jail. Just like his daddy. Excuse me, spiritual daddy.
Right.
Malachi Z. York. Just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go, Mika. Pedolite. All right. So that's just talking about how the Lord was going to, you understand, was going to shame us for sinning against him. And in that beginning of the chapter, he talks about the priest, and this is because we failed to do our job. If I'm not mistaken, in that same chapter, it talks about eating swine behind the trees. You understand? Because that's what we would do. It's like when the Lord said, if you would do this in a green tree, what would you do in a brown tree? Like, the green tree is our homeland, is Jerusalem. And if we would sin like that, you understand, in our kingdom, what would we do amongst the heathens? What would we do away from our home? So that's just talking about, you understand, the punishments that the Lord bestows upon us.
Come on. So can I say, like, this is Most High saying, like, he'll shit on us in a sense for doing.
I mean, that's what he said. Now, once again, like, you know, I wouldn't use that directly depending on the audience I was talking to, but you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he's saying.
Okay, come on, sir.
Which lets you know this is a black man's book.
Hey, Slocky, that's gonna be part of my Slocky. You already know this part of, so yeah. I want to break that
Done deal, man. He called his house a crib. I don't know what more y'all want.
Yeah, come on, sir. All right, that's it. The water, sir.
I on the ball.
Yeah, what's up, Shabbat?
Shabbat. We got another caller.
Yes.
Let me see. 916-513. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
Tazaryach Chaataza from Sacramento.
What's
my name? Bobby.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Bobby from Sacramento. What's going down? You got a question or a comment?
Tazaryach Chaataza. Well, I was watching the little pre-debate earlier with Vocab Malone and Captain Tazaryach, and I was kind of hoping to mention something that Tazaryach, maybe you can tell him for me. But you know, Vocab Malone threw an insult at Captain Tazaryach, and I just wanted to share a video with Captain Tazaryach that'll like help him blaze on Vocab Malone when he do battle him, just to kind of help him on his insults, because Vocab, he a damn I can't stand him, and I just don't like him, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to just help, shoot y'all a video that can help, you know what I'm saying, you know, blaze on him a little better.
Okay, well, what you could do is you could send it to crossthelineradio@gmail.com, spelt exactly how it sounds. Cross the line.
I was gonna say, you got. I'm sorry to cut you off, Captain. I'm sorry, but don't you got Facebook Messenger? Don't you got that?
I got that as well. You know what I'm saying? If you got me on Facebook, you can send it there.
Yeah, I just sent it to you. So when you get a chance to check that out, man, it's crazy. His real name is not Malone; it's Mal1. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. No, we're aware of that. I believe he's
okay, cool.
Jewish on his father's side.
Yeah, damn devil. I don't like him. He was talking slick to Tazaryach earlier today, so I just wanted to.
And Cap laughed it off. I think.
Yeah, I was happy he did it too, because I was like, oh yeah, blaze on him.
Oh yeah, and like Cap said, now nobody better cry when the haymaker comes tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody better cry, nobody better complain. You know what I'm saying? Nobody better step in and say, Cap, oh, you can't say that. Nah, yes the hell he can. All right.
Hey, yeah. Throw them haymakers, and hopefully I gave y'all some brass knuckles with it too, man. For real.
Oh yeah, listen, it was gonna be bad either way, and I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know who picked that title, but according to biblical prophecy, like, I mean, that's it right there. Like, it's a done deal. You can't get around prophecy because every Christian's going to turn around and say that, you know, every prophecy must be fulfilled. So when it comes down to how that prophecy is fulfilled, I mean, you got some issues there.
Yeah, but no, I just wanted to just call and share that video with y'all, just to, you know, help put him in the grave a little deeper, you know.
No sweat, brother. You know what I'm saying? You could send it on over. And to the chat, yeah, Blood of Jesus, it was on Garfield's channel. If you search, I can't believe I'm giving Garfield free promo, but if you search, I'm joking with you, Garfield. But if you search Dagger Squad, you'll be able to see it. It was the pre-debate with Captain Tazaryach, Vocab Malone, and Garfield was the one who hosted it. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted.
No sweat. Appreciate you.
All right, Shalom. I sent it in your inbox. You should see it in your Facebook Messenger.
All right, I got it. The water.
All right. Shalom.
All right, Shalom. Yeah, make sure that y'all tune in. What time is it supposed to go down tomorrow?
Gotta double check.
All right, somebody find out. Garfield, I seen you in the chat. If you want to call up, get a shameless plug in, you're more than welcome to. We got another caller on the line, 626-487. You're on the air with Crossline Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
Hello, Yabashim Yashabakata.
Yashabakata.
This is this is a Trooper Kwadasha Allah coming from Los Angeles. I had a question on Revelations chapter 4 and verse 3. Where it says God is in the spirit, right?
Could we let me get hold on 1 second, brother. Let me get there with you, all right?
All right, Shalaki, sir.
So this is Revelations 4 and 3. And it says, and he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and like a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round and about the throne in sight like unto an emerald. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was asking was, because I was reading it and I looked up a jasper and a sardine stone, sir. And I want to know, was this God actually seeing the Most High, that this was his skin complexion? Or that was just the question I had, sir.
Okay, so this is talking about, you understand, the Most High and his throne. All right. So like if I start at verse 2 and immediately I was in the spirit. First thing you want to know is this is a vision. When it says that he was in the spirit, you understand he's now having a vision. And behold, a throne was set in heaven. So now he's looking at the Most High's throne, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and like a sardine stone. You understand? So now what if you were to look at those type of stones, you understand? Like, what's something you notice about precious stones?
The definition or the color of it, sir?
The definition, the color, what else?
The value of it, sir?
The value of it, what else?
I have no idea, sir.
Okay, so now if I was to keep reading, right, and it says, and there was a rainbow around the throne and a sight like unto an emerald. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see light hit an emerald?
Oh, okay.
Like this thing is glorious. Like what he's saying is like illuminating. You understand? Like, and it's bright, it's colorful. You know what I'm saying? Like he's witnessing, you understand, something spectacular. That's what it's describing. Because like, how often do you see, you understand, just real precious stones?
Not that often, sir.
But when you do, it's something glorious. You understand? And like, let the light hit it. You know what I'm saying? Forget it. So what you're seeing is, you understand, if it was going to describe the Lord's complexion, it would do so like it did in the book of Daniel. This is just talking about the glory of his throne, you understand, and how miraculous it was, you understand, just where he sits. You understand? Like never mind, you know what I'm saying, like him, just where he's seated, You understand that's how glorious it is.
Our concept. I understand now. The water.
I on the ball.
My sir. Salam. Lord Christ.
Hey, shalom, Lord Christ. Let's get the next caller. Hey, brother. With that. Hey, 240, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you in the warehouse or whatnot. You're gonna have to hit me back when you ain't got that background noise, all right? That's 240-713. But yeah, back to what we were saying. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is going down. I don't know. I forgot what time. You understand? Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I know that there was a flyer online. Hold on.
Garfield's on if you want to ask him.
Garfield or Tamika, man, what time is the battle tomorrow? Somebody let me know.
8 p.m.
I thought it was. I just wanted to confirm. 8 p.m. it's going down. Make sure that y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Captain Tazaryach versus Vocab Malone. And the topic is Joseph. Hold up. This is, September 22nd, 8 p.m. The Brother Garfield podcast presents Is Joseph the biological father of Jesus based on prophecy? You know what I'm saying? Garfield, if you want to call in, do a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, shameless plug, you're more than welcome to, all right?
So you want to come in? You want him to come in on the live or just call?
Or y'all can come in on the live. We also have the link. You know what I'm saying? The link is going to be shared in the chat. The only rule that we have, if anybody comes in on the live, is you have to come in visibly. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see a picture. And please have some clothes on. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you with your shirt off. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Be decent. All right. You can go ahead, drop that in. What happened?
No, I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat.
Oh, okay. I thought that was on the screen. I'm like, what the hell are we doing over there? All right, he's going to go ahead and pin that. So, you know what I'm saying? If anybody wants to come on, you're more than welcome to come on screen. You know what I'm saying? Thumb up the video, share the link. And once again, this is going to be a body bag. Like, here's a couple of things, right? One, we battle the quote-unquote virgin birth, I want to say damn near every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single week, that's something that we battle. And a lot of you might not know this, but that's Captain Tazaryach's favorite topic. And it's going to be bad from every angle imaginable. I'm not going to give any of the angles up, but I'm just letting you know it's going to be bad. All right. Let me see the phone lines.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can go ahead, call us up. Let's try this cat again. 240-713. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
Shalom, this Karala come. Y'all about to
what's going down?
I have a question. So I've learned from Cry Out Loud podcast UPK that George III was the last black person that was ruling over England. And I had a question about, well, he was ruling over England even when when George Washington was fighting the Revolutionary War, he was fighting to get from under George III, which was a black man. I wanted to know, how did Israel get to be slaves inside of these 13 colonies that was fighting for the Revolutionary War? Because I know that King James, the Scots were, and the Jacobite gleanings is supposed to be the records of how the black families got exiled to Louisiana, Jamaica, the Caribbeans. And I just want to know, how did Israel become? Did we sell ourselves into slavery, which I don't think happened, but how did it come between where Israel was enslaved while George Washington was fighting the Revolutionary War, we was enslaved with them fighting it, but a black man was still ruling in England?
Okay. Let me see. Let me see this. I don't ever. Let me see something real quick. Who broke this down?
I was watching the podcast. What you didn't know, what you didn't learn in history class. I think it's a part of the podcast. Cry out loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that King George thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the last black king of England, you understand, as far as my recollection offhand, was let me see this. Was in the 17th century as far as King James's son Charles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, as far as George the Third, you know what I'm saying? Not to my recollection. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? It might be my memory right now. But as far as what you're talking about, America started to become white as far as the Mayflower. You know what I'm saying? So when you see what King James sent over here for the Jamestown colony, that was an admixture of brothers, and they brought indentured servants over them, you understand, who were Caucasian. You know what I mean? And then while they were there, eventually, you know what I'm saying, there was certain skirmishes with the natives, XYZ, you know what I'm saying? And then as time went on, they were removed from power. That's where you start to see England going from being a black-ruled country to a white-ruled country. Now, there's certain comments that were made about parts of Germany who still had black aristocracy inside of it, as well as there was even certain black conquistadors that came over to America. Like you don't want to think of history as so far as black and white. Like it's a little bit more convoluted than that, and there was a lot of politics that was involved. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what you're talking about, from the Mayflower on, America started to become, you understand, white colonies. You know what I'm saying? Which is why George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, you understand, all these different cats were white. You know what I'm saying? Because this became their land. So when the slave trade started to increase in the 17th century, you know what I'm saying? That's when they started looking over, like you have a time period from, what was it, 1691? You know what I'm saying? Like around then when they really started to pick up, you know what I'm saying, over in Africa, and then start bringing all those slaves over, because that was really like the birth of like white supremacy in the slave trade, like as far as from that region coming over into America, because like that trade started with Columbus and then eventually turned into that triangular trade. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually, you know what I'm saying, the Dutch, Spain, Portugal, all these other different countries got involved, so on and so forth. You with me? So like what you got to remember is they were coming over here and invading America from 1492. So you don't only want to think about just the Spanish. I mean, you don't only want to think about just the English. You want to remember the Spanish and the Portuguese were over here since the late 15th century. You want to remember then the French came in. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way up until like, you know what I'm saying, the British. The British really got here late. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, you understand, the script flipped and white people took over Britain as well. And then they got involved, you understand, in the trade because of how prosperous it was. You understand?
So I get it, and I must have got it mixed up on my own. Thank you for that clear up. And could you can we do another class on just that area right there, that transition?
I'll see, man. I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I still I'd have to put together a whole breakdown. Officer Malakwath in Texas been asking me to do it, you know what I'm saying, for a while. I'd have to break all the books out, organize it. Give me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me a couple of weeks or something, all right?
Calm. All right, throw out a one.
No sweat, I am the ball. All right, shalom, Mr. Richter. We got another caller on the line, 316-416. You're on the air across the line radio. State your name, where you calling from.
It's trying to calling from Mississippi.
Jesus Christ. What's going on? You got a question or a comment? The water.
Yeah. I want to know when y'all kick y'all Feast of Tabernacle.
When?
Yeah.
Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see here. Why do you want to know, brother? You plan on keeping it with us?
You're keeping it on the right day.
We'll tell you when to keep it. The Feast of Tabernacles is going to be Friday the 29th of September to Saturday the 7th of October.
So when y'all Mumar or Feast of Trumpets?
Say that again?
Feast of Trumpets.
The memorial of the blowing of the trumpets was Friday, September the 15th.
That's virtually impossible.
Okay. Why?
Because those are fall feasts. The fall didn't take place until September the 18th.
Okay. Hey, no sweat. Lord be.
Therefore, what I'm saying is,
I got you. Next. All right. So, a couple of other things going on. Matter of fact, I want to tell y'all a quick story too. You know what I'm saying? Once again, the phone lines are wide open to everybody except for the Mississippians. 917-779-9499. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about the city. Listen, the feast day is whenever Commanding General Yohanan says it is. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't care what you're talking about. You want to keep the feast day whenever the hell you want. Is that the same guy who thinks he's Jesus? All right. Anyway, so I want to tell you a story. So I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving my house. I want to say it's like 5:50 a.m. Still dark. Right? So now I walk outside, I look up, and I see 3 lights. They're going green and they're going red. They're going green and they're going red. Then they start spinning. Then they start moving, they stop. Moving this way, stop. Moving this way, stop. Goes higher, comes lower. And it got like almost over my crib. And I'm watching this and I'm like, what is that? I know it's not a chariot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's not a helicopter. All of a sudden it flashes super bright. Like it took a screenshot of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, like what? I'm like, what the hell is that? So then one of my neighbors was walking their dog. And I'm like, son, you see this? And he like, yeah, that's a drone from the UN. Because the UN, you know what I'm saying, the United Nations, so all the delegates came in, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. So they got drones for security. So then I'm driving in today. And while I'm over the BQE, I see like 12 of them. I'm on the FDR. They're all over the FDR. You know what I'm saying? Like the same ones. And I'm like, yo, all I could think of was 2 things, right? One, in Revelations, the 13th chapter, when it says, who is able to make war with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if they wanted to stalk you, track you, identify you, like, you're not escaping this thing the way it moves. You're not escaping the camera on it. You're not escaping the infrared on it. Like you're just not. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not a criminal, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm just saying, like, then, you know, like these things are militarized. What do you do if somebody shoots a projectile at you? You're not getting away, bro. That is aerial superiority. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I start looking up in the sky, and I'm seeing all these different drones. And now the second scripture pops in my head. You know what I'm saying? When it talks about the war in heaven, you know what I'm saying? Like with Michael and his angels against, you know what I'm saying, Satan and his. And it's like if you can get rid of the Christianity in your brain, you'll be able to understand like that's the heaven it's talking about. Like it's the sky. Like all those different crafts that, you know what I'm saying, people have been seeing that aren't actual chariots are their militarized weapons. All these different drones, all these different crafts, the fact that they have the Space Force, like y'all keep thinking that Yahweh Shah ain't gonna crack that sky. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Why do they have a Space Force then? Once again, you think they fighting against the Guardians of the Galaxy? You know what I'm saying? Like ain't no Ratchet or Star Lord or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I am Groot. Like it's going to be Yahweh Shah and the angels that they're trying to fight against. Like if you can get that out your mind, like all the religiousness, all the Christianity, if you could just shake that, you'll see that's what's going to happen. Like Jesus Christ is not in Mississippi. Like that's not who Jesus Christ is. Where's your chariots? All right. Let me see the line. So like that's something that we got to comprehend. Like I don't know if y'all have ever seen that before, but like I was looking up in the sky and I'm like, yo, who can mess with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and when y'all go home tonight, like look up. Like when you just see like a red blinking light, a green blinking light just chilling there in the sky, that's their drones. And listen, they can have all the security in the world, but like it's literally like yo, if there was ever a way to lock this planet down, they did it. They did it with debt. They did it with military might. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, can we get that? Can you get me Revelations, the 12th chapter? Grab that for me real quick.
What verse, sir?
Shout out to Officer Chaataza. Yeah, Poland Spring will have to pay us for that.
What verse, sir?
You can start me at 7 for a second, right?
Revelations 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
You understand? Like, and there was war in heaven. Like that heaven is the sky. Like all this aerial superiority that they believe that they have is nothing in comparison, you understand, to like Michael and his angels, you understand, who's going to be fighting against this dragon. Yeah, and the dragon fought his angels. Read on.
Verse 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Neither was their place found any more in heaven, meaning these drones ain't going to be in the sky forever. The Space Force, you understand, all these different things, it's all that's coming down. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out.
The what?
The great dragon was cast out.
Good.
That old serpent.
Good.
Called the devil.
Good.
And Satan.
Now let me explain something to you. And this is how you know like that these were people in the garden with Adam and Eve. Because this old serpent is the dragon. What's the difference? When you think of the difference between a serpent and a dragon. A dragon is something great and mighty, and that's what this snake, you understand, has grown. You think about a garden snake, you understand, just like, remember, Eden was a garden. There was just a serpent in the garden. Garden snake, you understand, ain't nothing too serious. But now you think about a Komodo dragon. You ever see a Komodo dragon? I see the Komodo dragon swallow a goat whole.
A deer.
You know,
Crazy.
a deer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you take a look at that. Now, here's what you need to comprehend about this. Can you go up to the beginning of the chapter? Start at verse 3.
Revelations 12:3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon,
Good.
having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head.
This is the dragon that was being fought. Like, if you're in Christianity, you believe this dragon is something magical. You believe this dragon is some, you understand, interdimensional being. When this dragon is talking about, hey, you shabrak you out too, you shabrak thumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, when this dragon is talking about nations, the reason that we know that is, remember, this dragon has 7 heads and 10 horns. So go to chapter 13. Yeah, read it.
Revelations 13:1. And I stood up upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Now this is the same being that you understand we talking about inside of chapter 12. Go ahead. The 7 heads and the 10 horns. Good.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Now, is this literal? No, this is a vision, and this vision is representing nations. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
So now when you turn around and you read the book of Daniel, you start to find out that this is where this vision comes from, meaning this, what rose out of the sea, what rose up out of the world, all right? Like, have you ever heard of like a sea of people? What rose out of all these people was nations that were so powerful, you understand, they could only be described as a dragon, as a beast. You know what I'm saying? And what it came from is a leopard. That was Alexander the Greek. What came after the Greeks? Rome. That's why it was the Greco-Roman Empire. You understand? But prior to this, there was no other, you understand, Caucasian nation. You can't find me Caucasian history prior to Alexander the Greek. Go ahead.
No, sir. And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear. The bear is the Medo-Persian Empire. Go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
And the mouth of a lion, because you understand, this was Babylon. This was Assyria. You understand? A griffin was their symbol. You go over and you look at Iraq and Iran, like you'll see all these different winged lions that were over there. Good.
And the dragon gave him his power.
And this dragon is Rome. So when you turn around and you read about this dragon, which now has 7 heads and 10 horns, that needs to be destroyed in Revelations 12, that has all this aerial superiority, this is Rome, and America is the continuation of the Roman Empire. Go back to 12. Now bring me to verse 9.
Revelations 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out.
So now there's going to be a time where this great dragon is going to be cast out. Go ahead.
That old serpent.
You understand? Because once again, now that old serpent is Satan, but Satan has a physical counterpart. That physical counterpart is the principality that controls this dragon, which is these nations. You understand? Which nations? Rome. What came out of Rome? 7 superpowers. France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Germany, England, and Russia. And then out of those, you have 10 common stock markets. You understand? You got Austria, Australia. Both of those came out of England. You got America, Sweden, Switzerland, all the Swedes. You know what I'm saying? All the way on down, you understand, through all these other countries that they established. These are the 10 common stock markets. Denmark. You understand? So now, who do you think is meeting at the UN? Who do you think is running the planet? Read on.
That old serpent called the devil.
Called what?
The devil.
People always ask me, like, you understand, where's our oppressor called the devil in the Bible? It's right here. Go ahead.
And Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Which deceiveth the entire planet. Why do you think that they're in charge of the United Nations? Go ahead.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
You understand? His messengers, those who followed him, all of them are cast out with him. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation.
Now, every time I talk to a Christian, you ask them what salvation is. You understand? They really can't answer it. They don't give you something definitive. But when this beast, when these nations are destroyed, that's when it's declared by the heavens that salvation has come. How could these nations being destroyed mean salvation if salvation's for every nation? Oh, y'all ain't never thought about that. Maybe Revelations wasn't revealed to you. All right. Let me see the lines. All right. Keep reading.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation.
Now is what?
Come salvation.
You understand? Now is come salvation. You understand? Because that's how we get salvation. That's how these things happen. Is salvation is being saved from your enemies. And we have enemies. And all these other nations have become our enemies. And it's the Lord, it's the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that's going to redeem us. You understand? Y'all better wake up and realize what time it is. Like the Third World War is around the corner. Like we're in, you understand, the beginning of it. That's Gog and Magog that's going to war right now over in Russia and Ukraine. And it's only going to escalate. It is not something that's going to die down. You understand? Let me see the chat real quick. If y'all got any questions, y'all can go ahead and call in. Once again, I believe it's pinned inside the chat if anybody wanted to be able to come on screen. Scroll up real quick. Let me see the chat. This cat says he is Hamashiach. You are not Hamashiach. Let me see. Scroll back down slow. You can start from here.
That's Mississippi.
Oh yeah, Mississippi's out of his mind. He's got more YouTube accounts than a little bit. That'd be blowing my mind. You understand? Tia said she finally caught a live. Congratulations. Let me see what else we got here. Adolphus says make a clip show. Daniel Miles. That's wrong. Paul said the Gentiles grafted in, huh? I mean, let me tell you something, Daniel. You can call up right now and we could talk about who's supposed to be grafted in. You don't even know who the Gentiles are. See, that's like the problem with Christianity. Christianity makes you fight for every other nation. Like there's a religion to serve any other people on the earth. Like you go into Islam, you're going to serve the Ishmaelites. You go into Christianity, you're going to serve the Edomites. You understand? You go into Buddhism, you're going to serve the Moabites. You want to serve the God of the Bible? You understand? That's the black God. And when I say black, I mean black Latinos and Native Indians. All right. Can I say that?
What?
Black Latinos and Native Indians?
Yes, you can.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's Twa?
That's Twa.
I'm trying to figure out these guidelines. I know I got to say unalive.
Or harm.
Harm. Or harm
cause
is
destruction.
Things. I can't say that or I can say that?
You can say. You can't say the M word. You can't say the K word.
Oh, okay. Unalive.
Yeah, harm. To cause harm.
To cause harm.
You know, to obliterate. To eradicate.
Obliterate. That's a good one.
To make obsolete.
Eradicate ain't bad. Obsolete.
To fully exterminate.
Control, alt, delete. Eviscerate. Incinerate.
Right.
All right. All right.
Vocabulary is so extensive.
Yeah, we're going to turn up. about to be real articulate out here. All right. I want to do something. I think we're going to do a matter of fact, man. I think we're going to do a bump it or dump it. And I want to tell y'all something too, right? Which I probably should have logged in before, but I want y'all to know something. Everybody always asks about the music. We got our own streaming service coming. So for those of you who might not know, I've been developing a streaming service, you understand, for almost a year. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a year in November or October. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is we created tribe vibes. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You know what I'm saying? And what I've done is I came up with a new streaming model. So this isn't just like a regular streaming service. So I'm just going to give y'all a little bit of a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at Spotify, when you look at Apple, when you look at Tidal, right? All of these streaming services are ran off of something called pro rata. And pro rata is basically like where all the money is collected from the streaming service. So when you pay your $9.99 for Spotify, Spotify keeps 30% for the company. The remaining 70%, right, is now allocated to all of the different artists. The only thing is, whoever the top streaming people are, whether it's Drake, Beyonce, like all the people who's on the majors, they get the largest piece of that pie. So they're getting 90% of the 70% that's spread out to them. The remaining, you understand, 10%, is spread out to all the other artists, which is why you're only paid 0.003 of a penny. Like, let me ask you something real quick, right? And y'all could put this inside the chat. How much do y'all think 1 million streams is worth on Spotify?
10,000 maybe?
10,000? 5,000? 1 million streams on Spotify is $4,000.
Shit.
And you only get that payment one time. And you're taxed on it. Now, YouTube, how much do you think 1 million streams is worth?
7,000.
Can you do me a favor? I'm sorry to ask you. Can you give me a tissue paper? You know what I'm saying? No, $1,750
For 1 million?
for 1 million streams on YouTube.
They robbing people.
Crazy, right? How much do you think it is on SoundCloud?
You just keep going down and down. So maybe 1,000.
Please.
1,000.
My allergies is crazy right now. 1,300. Now I will say this title is 12,000. Title pays the most.
12,000.
12,000 for 1 million streams. Now, how many artists get a million streams?
A handful.
Only a handful. Like 1 million streams is not something that's easy to achieve.
Yeah, probably like Drake, Lil Wayne, Rihanna,
Drake is getting
B.
multi-million stream. Like you can find a Drake video probably got 240 million. I'm talking about just 1 million. Not a lot. And definitely not a lot consistently. You know what I'm saying? Which really means that it's pennies. You get what I'm saying? The water. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So now, here's something that I created. So what they have is the pro rata system. What we created on Tribe Vibes is SGR. SGR is supporter generated royalties. So moving forward, artists are actually going to get paid for the subscribers that they bring to the platform. So if you're an artist and you're on Tribe Vibes, what's going to happen is when you go to sign up, you're going to have to pick the artist that you're there for. You have access to every artist on there. You have access to all the music videos. You have access to all the, you know what I'm saying, the music, the streaming, all that. Every artist. So there's a fan base exchange going on. But the artist that you signed up for gets 20% of everyone who signs up for him. So that basically equates to about $1.05 per sign up. So meaning if you were to sign up 2,000 people, you get $2,100 a month. And that's not, you know what I'm saying, one sitting. Meaning you residually get that every single month. So this is where you should build and cultivate your fan base.
I'm about to start rapping.
You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know what I mean? And once again, it's also an exclusive platform. We're gonna get back to that in a minute. Let's check the phone lines. What do we got? 409
363.
363. You're on the air with Cross the Line Radio. State your name, where you're calling from.
Dwell on the Christ. Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah.
Shabrakatah. Who's this?
This is Officer Laman Yah of the Houston camp.
What's going down? You got a question or a comment?
Yes, sir. I do. I wanted to just ask a quick question. I want to know where the white man, the devil, where he gets this kosher foods from. Is that something that's in the Bible? Is it in Hebrew, or is it something that the white man came up with?
I mean, kosher is supposed to be, you understand, clean food. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just what he considers clean or unclean. You know what I'm saying? So if it's kosher, it's clean.
I just want to know if there was a reference to that in the Bible, like a specific name for like kosher in Hebrew, or is that just some Yiddish?
What's the Hebrew word for clean? Go to. Can we get the letter up? Go to, what do you call it?
Yes.
Go to Leviticus, the 11th chapter. Baba Kusha.
The water, sir.
Ayana boy. And then I'm going to send something across the line, all right?
Khan.
That was for Ashar.
Oh, Salakius.
Nah, no sweat. You straight Hebrew. Hold up. I'm gonna get there with you. Hold on. I'm about to go to Blue Letter. Oh, it says there's an update available. They need to add the Apocrypha in this. Like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. We got unclean. Where's the word clean? Clean. It shall be an abomination. Carcasses. Unclean.
Ta'or? Is it?
Yeah, that's the word pure. That's like the root of Tahawar.
You got Genesis 7:2, Genesis 7:8, Leviticus 4:12, Leviticus 6:11.
May not be eaten, the beast. I remember it being somewhere in this chapter. I'll get back to you on what verse the word is, but you know what I'm saying? It's basically just their concept of what you could eat, all right? You want to know what you can or can't eat, you just stick in class, all right? And what we get from what we can or can't eat is Leviticus, the 11th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Whether something's clean or unclean.
Khan, I'm familiar with that, sir. I just wanted to know if there was a word in Hebrew as the white man used as kosher that was for us in Hebrew.
I can't remember offhand, but I'll get back to you on it, all right?
Khan, sir. The water.
I on the ball.
Yeah, I'm Shabrakatah.
You Shabrakatah. All right, so I want to do a quick world premiere, and I want to give y'all just, you know what I'm saying, like a sample of, you know what I'm saying, just some of the music that's going to be on Tribe Vibes in the future. And I want y'all to know what's been taking so long is Apple. You know what I'm saying? Like just Tim Cook runs a tight ship over there.
Crook?
No, not Tim Crook. His name is Tim Cook. He is the CEO of Apple. He runs it they're very thorough. You know what I'm saying? They got the game on lock. But I've been jumping through flaming hula hoops to try to get this app on Apple. You know what I mean? Like it's been crazy. Like we've been denied like 17 times. I got denied 3 times this week. And I think they got some kind of computer because every time we go to do it, it just sends 2 things that's wrong. We go fix those 2 things, sends another 2 things, fix those 2 things. So I think it's like a computer running through all the code and just giving us like bits and pieces of what needs to be fixed. So it's bugged out. But could we go to refresh, please? So real quick, this is from Officer Nakawan down in Louisiana, and this song is called 2229. All right.
99 dirty cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawan, hook me up. Go ahead. I'm
Fuck around with you, boy. John Diamond make the billion logo. Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get the fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us college niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they show them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man of the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car, but you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers, them lions and them tigers. his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group. They undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Regretting that bitch. Tell him take off that badge and I'll bat him in his shit. Cricket officer. Can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware cricket cop badge number 2299. Cricket officer. Can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware cricket cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media. You posing as bitches. The murder on Joe Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. The marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch if I'm a hoe, then treat me like a hoe. Mashot told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant a war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and Easter ass bitch. We know cop was on the men prepared to die around this bitch, you heard? Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware cricket cop badge number 2299. Cricket officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware cricket cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. ISUBK, be strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right, sir.
Okay? That's how we ride.
Yeah. So that was one of the songs that's going to be on there. But if you could don't save that password. So I just want to show y'all something, right? So if we could share the screen, you could put the yeah. All right. So just so y'all know, right? Shameless plug. This is, you understand, in essence what Tribe Vibes is going to look like. You know what I'm saying? If you could you scroll down. So you're going to have your albums, you understand, recommended for you. Scroll down. We got weekly playlists. I got a gym playlist right up there right now. You understand? A Miss Harmony playlist. All right. And then keep scrolling. If you come down, you see genres. So now somebody, for example, said we need more reggae music. Could you click reggae? Whatever you click, right, is going to, you understand, be able to take you. So now these are some of the reggae songs. Could you click Glock 40? So you'll have the player, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll be able to create a playlist. Let's just bump this for a minute, right?
One West Badness. Know the thing already. Yo, Naya attack. Z. Black party chip, long brass clip, belly full one for shit. Fat brass me chip, select ya for shift to blood clot, it the pan shot to clip. Me could tear we wave the ras clap, flicky. Mini care with tape reverse cartridges. Batman village, rank charge it is become hard to win. I saw me killer them ball, gun in a hand pan, each trigger them ball. Be a tall rifle, we bring a 10-fold, them blood class scope, ya looking at them soul. No make we bring a dead toll. Up with the food, no make it in a them cool. Tell me.
So run it back real quick because the sound card started jacking up. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to actually see the quality. Press play.
Yeah, man, you know the thing going on. One West Badness. Know the thing already. Yo, Naya attack. Yeah, Z. Black party chip, long brass clip, belly full one for shit. Fat brass me chip, select ya for shift to blood clot, it the pan shot to clip. Me could tear we wave the ras clap flicky. Mini care with tape reverse cartridges. Batman village, rank charge it is become hard to win. I saw me killer them ball, gun in a hand pan, each trigger them ball. Fatal rifle, we bring a tenfold. Them blood class scope, you looking at them soul. Now make we bring a dead toll. Up with the food, now make it in a them cool. Tell me Sachin, say the thing I get cool. If me circle again, me say skin I get poor. Hey, black family, a goddamn village, we not damn silly. Factory Babylon not billing, so fuck them system, a bad man living. Rocks not chilling, hunt for the money, done man willing. Don't come here with your wrong bang living. In rape little pitney, we map that killing. Black party chip, long grass clip, belly full one fishing. Fat grass me chip, select ya for shift to blood clot, the tip, the punch shot, the clip. Me could tear, we wave the ras clap, flicky. Mini care with tape, reverse cartridges. Bad man village, rank charge it is become argument. Them a say out of war.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to see some stuff. So now go click featured. So now this is going to be featured artists. So like what you'll see is we got all the different artist pages. So for example, if you click Nakawan. So a couple of things I want y'all to know, right? So you scroll down, you know what I'm saying? You'll see Nakawan, you'll see like a little bio. You could follow him. We got the verified check, different songs. We also got lives. Every artist is able to go live. You know what I'm saying? Click videos over to the left. You know what I'm saying? Every single artist. And so not only are you going to be able to see, music, you're also going to be able to get music videos. We're going to have promotional content as well as behind the scenes content, right? Go back to Discover. Now, once again, all of this is going to be available on the app. So we're going to have the regular Discover page. Could you scroll down on it? You're going to be able to cipher through your albums, recommended for you, all of that. Or you'll also be able to search, click browse. You'll also be able to search through categories. So you can go through, I'm adding radio. Radio is going to play, all the songs that's on here. Your customizable playlist, genres, you could search through all of it. Charts. Back to the left, hit the charts. So now charts, we're going to not only have monthly, but weekly. You'll be able to see, you understand, all the different songs that are charting on the site, everything that's been played. We got to go live features. Again, we're going to have different events. You could play good. Matter of fact, play Dear Hater. Click play.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm two-sided, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on you, PK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why you got that drag?
So you're going to be able to go through all of these, and then now, see this right here? Click that. No, to the right of that. Boom. Yeah, click that. So now you'll see Glock 40, Dear Hater. These are the songs that you listen to. You could create a playlist here. You know what I'm saying? Like just for what you want to, you could clear it. Or you could create a customizable playlist. Also, when you see that little heart, that's for the likes. Go all the way to the left. Click like. All your likes will appear in like. You'll be able to see, I'm able to upload. Y'all can't upload unless you're an artist. But you'll be able to see who you're following, how many followers you have as an artist, the likes that you have, albums, so on and so forth. Playlist. Now, I haven't made any playlist yet. You'll be able to see the playlist. And here's something else, too. The app is going to be customizable. So, like, you see where it says primary color? So, like, you see how, like, everything that highlights is red? Anything you want, like, you'll be able to change. If you want that to be blue, you can literally customize the app as you want. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you come on, it'll look how you want to look. All right? So that's Tribe Vibes. Coming soon. I'm starting in the Apple Store, and then we're moving over to Android. And just so y'all know, it's going to be $4.99 a month. You know what I'm saying? That's 16 cents a day. That's less than feeding a Hamite family. So, you know what I'm saying? And once again, you can get paid more here than any other place. All right. You got a question? All right. Bring me back.
I'm gonna log out.
You can log out. And that's how it looks like when you come in. Let me see some things here. Fire. What kind of profit crossed the line? Mad low key about feet. I don't know what he's saying. That's dope. The price is reasonable. I'm trying to make the price reasonable. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? The whole setup is dope. I appreciate that. Make sure that y'all definitely support. And just so y'all know, and I want to explain something else to you. The reason as to why we got to do this is, I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all were supporters of the Patreon. We used to have a Lost Tribes Patreon. Do you think like me? Does it have to be music? Can it be podcast and audio only? So I'm going to be adding I'm starting with music because the music industry has a void right now that needs to be filled. Like, artists are getting screwed everywhere. So I wanted to find a way for artists to actually be compensated fairly. So eventually, yeah, I'm gonna be adding podcast. I'm gonna be adding maybe comedians. I'm gonna be diversifying and going into different content. But I want to start with independent music artists because music artists are the people that suffer the most as far as, you know what I'm saying, fair compensation is concerned. And it's gonna be opened up to the public.
You might be able to get a sneak peek into the daily life of a Shargapan, you know, like a daily.
Listen, something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be welcoming all different types of content creators that are going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And once again, your vibe attracts your tribe. Your tribe is your fan base. Your vibe is whatever that you produce.
Right.
All right. Scroll up real quick. Let me see something. Boom, boom, boom. Olivia Arnold, the it's called Tribe Vibes. What is he? All right.
So, sir.
Uh-huh.
October 26th.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
What should I be doing?
Trying to go out there to the West Coast, cookout.
Tell me more.
Listen, from October 26th to October 30th, the ISUPK on the West Coast is going to be having a cookout in Southern California. The 28th is going to be the Black and Brown Barbecue right there in Southern California. There's going to be music, drinks, food, and you know it's that time again. So October 28th is going down in Southern California. Shout out to Captain Gaddaha and all the brothers out there that are doing it big and getting everything ready for our arrival.
Damn right, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? And before we get out there, the feast is going to be going down in the UK.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Captain Parasha, you know what I'm saying, and Captain Mashak that's been holding everything down. They're going to King James's Castle. You know what I'm saying? I think they're having a big camp in Speaker's Square out in London. They're visiting another castle, you know what I'm saying? I wish I was going to be able to make that trip, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, I'm not. And that's going to be from, what's the dates?
That is September 28th to, dang, hold on. I had it right there. That's gonna be from the I think the 26th of September. Sorry, the 27th of September till I think October 2nd. They're staying out there for a minute.
Right.
They're going to Scotland and England.
Right, damn right. That's definitely going to be an amazing trip, man. But that's what I said. I almost forgot, right? So just so you'll know, we also have CrossTheLineRadio.com. And CrossTheLineRadio.com replaced our Patreon. And that's also $4.99 a month. And so for everybody that was on the Patreon, all that content we had up there, including the 12 Tribes breakdown, all Captain Tazaryach's lectures, camps that were too raw for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And any future event and lecture that we have is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? It supports headquarters. And this is what you got to know. They kicked us off of Patreon because of hate speech. And they said, although you have no hate speech on Patreon, they said, we believe you're using Patreon to fund hate speech. And this was right before Ye and Kyrie Irving and, you know what I'm saying, like that whole debacle. And the point of all this is what you got to comprehend. Like, we need our own. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to try to limit our freedom of speech. And that's the one thing that, you know, CrossTheLineRadio.com and Tribe Vibes offers is this is complete freedom of speech and expression for us to be able to get our message across. You know what I'm saying? So everybody should definitely tune in. You know what I'm saying? The brother Omar said, where in Southern California?
That's
to be announced?
Yes, that's to be announced along with the itinerary and the hotel as well.
Like, my allergies are killing me right now. All right. Any other questions? Now, once again, y'all can come in live or y'all can call up 917-779-9499. It's 917-779-9499. And I think we also have the link. And once again, like anybody who comes on the live chat, make sure that y'all come on fully clothed and on camera, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying?
So, question.
Can
we expect a new book coming soon?
I was going to begin working on a new book and release it at the time of Passover. I just don't know if it's going to be. I got 2 titles. All right. Matter of fact, maybe we let Cross the Line decide. You know what I'm saying? So I got 2 titles as far as which book I was gonna write next. All right. One is called The Sons of Joseph, which is going to be Ephraim and Manasseh. So you're going to get 2 tribes in one book. All right. The other was going to be called A Tribe Called Gad. All right. So, all right. Let me get a 1 for The Sons of Joseph. Let me get a 2 for A Tribe Called Gad.
I'm going to put a 2.
All right. Let me see the chat.
Captain Tazaryach put 2.
Captain Tazaryach need to call in. Salakia, I'm not giving you an order.
And Cross the Line put 2 at the same time.
Man, that's you. That's not even him. What the hell is this? All right, so I'm counting that as 1. We're pretty much tied right now.
Yeah.
Adolphus, you put 1 and 2. You're not getting 2 books. We're putting out 1 at a time.
I think 2 might be in the lead by
I don't
1
know.
or 2.
It looks pretty even to me right now. I don't see. Yeah, Ben Judah, you can't do that either.
She will both.
Now y'all saying both. Listen,
those are the options.
They're both coming. Pause. But it's going to be it's one or the other. Those are definitely the next 2. DJ Style bias. He want to hear Ephraim. He an Ephraimite. You know what else I got to do? I haven't released We Came From the East yet, like publicly.
Oh yeah, what's up with that?
I think that's what's I'm definitely gonna do that.
Put that on Amazon.
I'm gonna put that on Amazon, and I gotta release the audiobooks.
It's gonna be your voice?
I'm thinking about it.
Dad put some flavor on it.
I just don't know like if I want to be like super professional. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Or if, like, do I want to put on like an English accent or something?
No, you gotta be straight Captain Chaataza on it.
Yeah, like I've been thinking about like, you know what I'm saying? Or do I want to be like chapter 1? You know what I'm saying?
Boring.
Like
you gotta
put him to sleep.
You gotta be Captain Chaataza 100%.
Roll my R's. What's up? Morgan Freeman. If I could get Morgan Freeman to
You
do
could
it,
do
I
the AI
would.
Morgan Freeman. Just
Yo,
have
that
him
was
there.
actually sidebar. That was one of the funniest things that Dave Chappelle did in his recent skits. He started it off with a voicemail from Morgan Freeman, and he was like, "Don't ask me how he got me to do this." Yeah, he's sick for that. Yo, it looks tied.
All right, I'll make the decision.
Yeah, all right.
2.
Y'all want a Tribe Called Gad, huh?
Tribe Called Gad. It just rolls off the tongue better, like, you know, Tribe Called Gad.
All right, we're going to see. But I could just record it straight from the studio. That's what I'm thinking. But that's like a lot of reading.
A Tribe Called
And then
Gad.
if there's pictures, I got to describe it. What you doing is you seeing this cat. You see right here, he wearing a Mitri.
It's a long piece of fabric folded over 3 times.
You know what
Only
I'm saying?
about 5 meters long.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see, man. I'm thinking about it. See, Adolphus is cheating because he put a 1 earlier and he voting 2 again. He said shorten it, then put part 2. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. See, but you see how like the chat was like evenly split? That's how I feel. Like I don't know which one I want to go with. I got a lot of information on Gad.
Why don't you just combine the books? A Tribe Called Gad and the Sons of Joseph.
No, man, that's not how it works.
The double feature book.
No.
You can do it one how you know how back in the day when we were kids, you have one book, you read it, and then you turn it upside down and flip it over, and then it's the other book. That'd be dope.
You don't understand marketing. I sell 2 books. You want me to make them 1?
And you sell it as 2. The price of 2.
But then that's double the money. And I'm trying to lower the price this time. I'm trying to get the price down. But I'm not like Barnes and Noble, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's like a mom and pop shop. Where's a pop and moms? Here's what I want y'all to do real quick, right? Somebody, Tupac Amaru trying to come in. It says device not connected. You're going to have to come on screen and connect your device. Yo, I want y'all to fill in the blank real quick, right? Honor your
Father and mother.
okay. Everybody else in the chat, fill in the blank real quick. Honor your let me see what they say. Tupac Amaru, you can come on the show, but you have to come on screen first. Yo, you see how they're all saying mother and father?
Yeah. Why is that?
Because the only way to enter into a strong man's house is to bind him.
Well, one person got it right.
You see everybody saying
2
mother
people
and
got it right.
father? That's the brainwashing of America. It's father and mother. It goes in rank order. Crazy, right? Tony, call up with your question.
We got also
Go
Yachts
ahead.
on the line. Also Yachts, shalom on Christ, sir.
Man, yo, my allergies are killing me.
Officer Yachts.
Hey, shalom, y'all. It's just
Sharakta.
What's going on, out of one?
What's going down? You got a question or a
Hey,
comment?
shalom, sir. Turn that one off so you don't get a feedback. So, like, y'all, the one. Precinct Officer 5000, Yatazar, Yabashim Yashawas. Thumb to all the brothers. I wanted to talk about Haiti real quick.
Come on with it.
Done, sir. For everybody that's listening to Cross the Line right now, there is big tension going on in Haiti between Simeon and Levi. And what we are looking at, what's going on in Haiti, is that the last president, which they unalived back in 2021, President Jovenel Moïse, he started to do something in the border between Haiti and DR, the border that separates Wanamint and Dahabon. There's a river that runs that both countries share. It's really one country, but being that the politics, both countries share that river. And the Dominican Republic, they currently have 11 canals that they are extracting water from for agriculture and other purposes. Haiti has 0. So the president, he had initiated the construction of a canal so that, Haiti could use that canal for agricultural purposes so that we could feed ourselves, because Haiti has become a market for the Dominican Republic. This is how our oppressors have used it. And what that created is a division between Haitian and Dominicans, which are the Levites, and Simeon. And the oppressor knows about the anger that exists between those two tribes. And they've created a scenario where that anger is not going to be quenched unless, our brothers and sisters realize that the ISUPK is the truth.
Right.
Because what's really happening is what we see in Revelation, the 12th chapter, where it says that, the spirit of Christ, that the dragon is trying to kill that baby, which is the brotherhood that the ISUPK is bringing between Simeon and Levi. And that dragon is trying to kill that spirit, right? So what we are doing here in the ISUPK, of course, Commander General Yohana have commanded us to go to Haiti to make sure we feed our brothers and sisters. So I want everybody to donate to the ISUPK Haiti, which is $Haiti 144. $Haiti 144. So now, after the assassination of the president, 2 years after, the people of that town in Wanaman, they just started to build a canal. And now they talking about invading Haiti with the military force. This is what the president was mainly talking about, the president of Dominican Republic, who is not a Dominican. His parent is from Lebanon. So the Dominican have I believe that would be Ishmael, correct, out of one? From Lebanon?
Yeah, you know what? You never know over there. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Edomites that's mixed in too. But we could stick with Ishmael for now.
Come, sir. So that's who is really ruling over the Dominican Republic. He is not a native of DR at all. And during the General Assembly in the UN, that's all he was talking about, how Haiti could be a threat that's spilling over to the Dominican Republic, and they need to have a national force in the Dominican Republic. And it's supposed to be the Kenyan government is sending 1,500 troops to Haiti and possibly the Dominican Republic. This is the tension that I see that's being created now to invade the island of Haiti. So, of course, in the ISUPK, we know that politics is not going to cure the problem of Haiti. It is brotherhood. So this is what we are doing to build our brotherhood between Simeon and Levi, because there's no division between Haitians and Dominicans in the ISUPK.
Right. Damn right.
Sir. And I'm going to leave that cash app again is Haiti 144. $HAITI 144. The water, sir.
Ayandabo. All right, Shalom, Hebrew. Yusharakta. We're going to go to the next caller, 575-747. You're on the air with Crossline Radio. State your name, where you calling from.
All right, my name's Brian from Oregon.
Brian from Oregon.
All right. So my question is this. If y'all are the Israelites and y'all trying to get out of bondage and everything, and y'all want to unite as a nation, I'm trying to figure out, like, why you don't just come together and buy some land and go live over there and just do your own thing and start your own economy off the land?
Let me ask you something. Before I answer that, what's your nationality?
I'm a nigga.
Okay. I don't believe him, but all right, so I'll tell you like this, all right? We have farmland, we have cattle, we have livestock, you know what I'm saying? We are collecting and building infrastructure. But as far as why we don't just go somewhere and stay away from everybody else is because our people are still in New York. You know what I'm saying? We're still in Camden. We're still in Chicago. We're still in these areas. We're not selfish that just because we know better just because we have learned, just because we're changing ourselves, doesn't mean that we're selfish and we just take care of ourselves. In fact, it puts a burden and responsibility on us that now, because we know better, not only do we have to do better, but we have to go and educate our people on how to do better. You understand? We have to now put in work, you understand, and try to get this message to as many of our people as possible, because otherwise they will have no shepherd. You understand? We can't leave it up to the Christian church. They have failed us. We can't leave it up to the Muslims. They have failed us. And we sure as hell can't leave it up to any break-off group or fake Israelite group, because they have failed. So we are the last line of defense. You understand?
Okay, so I heard you say that you already do have some land or some space and some resources. So that's good. I haven't seen that on the YouTube or whatever. But all I see is just people on the street corner, and all I see y'all doing is I mean, instead of inviting them to that land, wherever it may be, and to that resource and to that, I mean, I just see people inviting more people to the street corner. And I'm like, how many of y'all are gonna line the street corner until y'all go to over there in that land and just have y'all just go and have y'all nation? I mean, you can still invite people and come back out and say, look, we got this is our nation over here, come over here, or you can stay on YouTube and show people how to live, you know, staying the way that your God wants them to live on YouTube. I mean, why don't you just do that? Why stay on the corner? Why stay on these radio shows? Why stay doing these little funky debates that nobody really that don't seem very fruitful? You know, why do that?
Well, I'll tell you, this is how I know that they're fruitful. Because I seen brothers teaching in the street. I'm here. There's countless amounts of people. Like, I can't tell you every Passover, and I say Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua for this. Every Passover, I have over 100 people who come up to me and say, I came in because of Cross the Line Radio. And I say, you came in because of the Lord. And I say, Most High in Christ. I can't tell you how many people I've heard say they came in because they watched, you understand, battles and debates that either Captain Tazaryach or myself have done. Because the first order that our King Yahushua gave was to fish. And if you understand the metaphor of fishing, what works for you might not work for the next man. In the same way, some fish you catch with worms. Some fish you catch with bunker. Some fish you catch by chumming the water. Some fish you catch with shrimp. You understand? Different bait catches different fish. Different lures capture different fish. You understand? So you have somebody who the idea and notion of multiple wives is going to fish him in. You understand? You have some people that our militancy, our discipline is going to fish them in. You have some people that the debates, the knowledge, the information is going to fish them in. All of the above, you understand, is necessary in order to expand ourselves. And above everything, our King also gave the order to occupy until I come, to go into the highways and byways and to fill his house. So what you see is camp, because camp is our, I guess, primary operation, because the scripture says it's the foolishness of preaching that saves souls. But once you get past that, we have food drives, we have prison programs, you know what I'm saying? We have Hebrew Academy, we have training programs, we have all of the above, as well as livestock and chicken coops and farmland and barracks, you understand? So all of the above work. I think that the focus goes on the camps because that's what we're most famous for. But if you dig a little bit closer, you'll be able to see the other resources that we have.
Okay. Well, I'm just reading that scripture really quick, the one that you just gave me.
Which one? Occupy till I come, go into the highways and byways and fill my house?
No, the foolishness thing. I'm just reading it right now.
That should be 1 Corinthians, the first chapter. It's I believe.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is what I'm seeing. Like, so basically, you guys plan on doing this type of thing until your Messiah comes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, but that doesn't mean we just sit around waiting. You understand? Which is why we open schools, which is why we have counseling programs, which is why we have food programs, because there's still work that needs to be done. So we are for sure waiting for our Messiah to return. But in the interim, we have to give our Messiah something to return to. He's not going to come back for a nation of drug dealers. He's not going to come back for a nation of twerk queens. So in the interim, we try to convert as many people as we can, you understand, back to the service of our power.
Mm-hmm. And do you realize you recruiting a lot of people based on their hate as opposed to their love?
I think to the untrained eye, it may appear that way because I believe that love and hate has become convoluted. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you something. Can you love, like, we're in the month of September, right? And they say 9/11, never forget. Can you love America and Osama bin Laden at the same time?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Because that's what love is, according to also Corinthians, long-suffering, patient, you know. Why is that not possible?
It's not possible because I'll give you an example. When you have an enemy of a nation, that enemy has to be destroyed. What was the love that King David showed Goliath?
Well, I think Goliath and them was relentless. I don't think they were willing to come to any kind of peace or anything like that. I think they just did what they had to do.
If we utilize the narrative of 9/11 that we're given, I believe that Al-Qaeda was relentless by hijacking airplanes and flying them into buildings, you understand, unaliving thousands of people. So, I mean, we're talking about acts of extreme destruction. I'm doing pretty good, right? The translations, right? It wasn't bad. I'm working on it. So with that being said, they unalived Osama bin Laden. SEAL Team 6 did. They didn't forgive him. You know, the people who caused the turmoil in Boston at the marathon a few years ago, one of them is in jail and the other one was unalived. They did not capture him alive. And that's because they loved those people at the marathon. David loved the nation of Israel so much that he went to war against Goliath. Like even the scripture says there's a time for love and a time to hate. You can't love both at the same time. I don't think that you know what love really is, because there's a wrong type of love and a right type of hate. And what you see here is, I'll give you the floor back in 1 second. And what you see here is you see a perfect love for our people. And here's something else too. We don't require anyone to hate. You understand? We're not a hate group. We're a love group. But I'm going to teach you a secret. If you love your people, really love your people, then a disdain for anybody who hates us will come natural.
Okay, so I mean, to say that y'all don't teach hate, I mean, let's be realistic. Like, y'all, one of y'all favorite things to say, I have loved so and so, but I've hated Esau. Like, that's one of y'all favorite lines. One of y'all favorite things to do is persecute white people, have them kiss their feet, have them bow down to them. I mean, telling them that they're gonna be slaves. That's a lot of hate, and I understand having a disdain for somebody, but I mean, if you love your neighbor the way you love yourself, and you know that you've done wrong, and you want God to forgive you for doing wrong, then you would want to forgive them for doing wrong too. Now, if they continue to do wrong, it's hard to forgive somebody who's still got the knife in your back. But a lot of these people, they don't even know what the fuck you talking about, and they just really trying to. A lot of these white people is broke, bum as fuck, broken in. A lot of niggas is. So it's like, how are you gonna be so mad at these people who really are bowing down and kissing y'all fucking feet? That's crazy. I mean, y'all like taking advantage of the narrative, like of the political narrative that black people need what's that, affirmative action and need some extra help and need like to have their hands held and need to be on welfare and need to get y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like there's that narrative and that energy in this country, and I just feel like y'all is kind of taking advantage of that shit.
Okay.
And it's like if y'all was really loving, y'all would not do white people like that.
Well,
y'all would want to forgive them and have them come to their senses and be part of the family.
Well, let's go in reverse. One, there's more white people on welfare than anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Y'all benefit the most from this society.
Yo, I'm not white.
Okay, so white people benefit the most from this society. This society was made for them. Now let's go a little bit, you understand, further in reverse, right? So one, those people who turn around and kiss boots, they're not being persecuted. They're not being forced. Those are volunteers. And the reason as to why they volunteer is because they look at the history and realize there was no justice for slavery. There was no justice for Jim Crow. There was no justice for the chemical warfare of illegal narcotics being spilled into the ghetto by the CIA, by the government. There was no justice for that. And the burden and the weight of those crimes weighs so heavy on their shoulders that they fall to their knees. You understand? In the face of the Lord's prophets. And then they apologize for what their ancestors have done. Now, going even, you understand, further back to what you're saying, like what it really seems is we really can't join with them. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible, because I really doubt that you call up the Ku Klux Klan, you understand, who actually persecutes, who actually unalives, you understand, who actually infiltrates, you understand, organizations like the police in order to unalive our people. Like, I guarantee you don't call them up and say that they need to love, you understand, the people that they're oppressing, but rather you'd rather blame the oppressed for their own oppression and say that we should join them when there is no joining them. It's impossible.
No, I didn't say that.
You understand? It doesn't work.
No, I would never.
And you want to know the proof? No, hold on. You want to know the proof? The proof that we are better off separate is, let me ask you something. How many universities opened up before integration? Black universities.
No, no.
Over 190. How many black universities opened up after integration?
I don't know.
0. You understand? Like, you take a look before we integrated, and what you're going to find is we had our own cities, our own doctors, our own everything. After.
But they teaching y'all the same shit. What do it matter what kind of university if you learning the same bullshit?
We are not learning the same thing. The way that you know we're not learning the same thing, are you familiar with Florida's curriculum right now?
No.
Florida is teaching right now that slavery benefited black people. Do you agree with that? That slavery was a benefit to so-called African Americans?
It's probably a benefit to some, but as a collective, no.
Okay, as a collective, no. Well, they're teaching as a collective it was beneficial. So do you think that if we had our own schools, we would teach that slavery was beneficial?
I mean, I'm not talking about ideology. I'm talking about education.
That is education. That's not ideology. I didn't talk to you about ideological differences. I talked to you about history. History that they're convoluting, that they're twisting towards their own thing. So you think slavery?
No, I'm saying that
slavery.
The fact that somebody would say, did it benefit or did it not benefit them? That's an ideology. That's not an education or a fact type of thing. That's an ideology.
Well, if that's an ideology, that's what they're pushing. Do you believe that that's beneficial for? Do you believe that's a beneficial ideology for black children to learn?
That's not a beneficiality, but again, I wasn't saying that black universities are teaching the same ideologies. They're teaching the same education, though. And deep in that education is embedded certain ideologies that are not being addressed. We're talking about shit like slavery still, which is like, everybody knows slavery is wrong. Like, you don't have to go to school. Nobody's going to go to, I don't think any black kids going to go to school and start believing that that it was a good thing that they were slaves because some dumbass teachers said so. That's ridiculous. And if they do, they should come home and talk to their parents, and their parents should kick them straight. But
Now,
what I'm saying is,
now let me tell you just why you're so incorrect, because there's going to be a test that your children have to take. And if the test answer is yes, true or false, was slavery beneficial in that new curriculum, you understand, they're going to have to put true if they want to advance. You understand? So regardless of if they have to believe it or not, you're going to have to answer the parameters of the test in order to succeed. Do you not know how damaging that is? Like, and that, and I'm going to tell you something, brother. I'm going to tell you this with love. I'm going to give you some tough love. You're speaking like a homeborn slave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're happy with the condition. You're happy with the condition of black people inside of America, and really you want white acceptance.
why would you say that? How'd you come to that conclusion that I'm happy with the condition? How'd you come to that?
Because rather than you being outraged by what I told you in Florida, you're trying to find excuses for it.
I'm saying I don't give a fuck about it, because it's your parents who should be really educating you. If you niggas had a land and a community outside of this country, like I asked you in the beginning of this phone call, you wouldn't be complaining about the Florida education system. You would be educating your kids, which you should be, instead of dropping them off for 8 hours a day with some fucking stranger. That's what I'm saying. Don't tell me I'm happy about the condition of anything. You know, I'm not living like that, though. So it's like, I'm not in that shit. And if I got some kids, you best believe I'm going to educate them. I'm not dropping them off.
I for sure educate, you understand, my child for sure. But you know what I also have to do? Because of the curriculum, I have to re-educate him. So he learns about Christopher Columbus, that he discovered America. And when he comes home, now I have to re-educate him, and I have to let him know Christopher Columbus did not discover America. How do you discover a place where there was already a thriving civilization?
Stop dropping them off at school.
If you do not send, okay, let me help you out with something, right? Even if I homeschooled my child, the curriculum is the same for the state that you're in. You understand? Because it would still be attached to the Board of Education inside of that system. So whether he was homeschooled or whether he went to that school, he would be able to get the same curriculum because we're a part of that system. The problem is, once again, brother, you're also very simple. And this is why I said you're a homeborn slave, because you believe in this.
Why you talking hella shit, though? Like, I ain't disrespecting on this live. Like, why is you talking hella shit?
Because what I'm trying to do is give you tough love. What I'm trying to do is wake you up. Because nobody,
you trying to defend your feelings about your state that you're in. And
nobody, I'm going to help you out with something, right? Nobody ever loved you enough to tell you the truth about yourself. You understand? Like, that's the difference. Like you suffered neglect. You understand? Nobody turned around and loved you enough to be able to explain and express to you that your mental state is really destroyed. And you might not be able to receive this right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you believe you're foolish enough to believe that you can love Osama bin Laden and America at the same time. When America did not love Osama bin Laden, which is why he was unalived, which is why he's no longer with us, which is why they invaded that country and went to war. And America should get justice. I don't have any problem with justice. You have a problem with justice because you don't want justice for our people. You're comfortable here. We can get the next call.
337-578. You're on the line. State your name, where you're calling from.
Shalom. This is Arthur from Louisiana.
Hey, shalom, little crazy.
What's going on, brother? You got a question or a comment?
Yeah, a long time, man. I got a scripture for you about the last caller. Then I got another question.
Come on with it.
Proverbs 17:15. Y'all want to read it, or y'all want me to read it?
You can read it.
All right, this Proverbs 17, chapter 17, verse 15. He that justified the wicked, and he that condemned the just, which is you, Cap, even they both are abomination to Yahweh. You know, like, he trying to justify the wicked, and y'all the just, you feel me? And, like, we should be taking up for one another as brothers.
Listen, you for sure right. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is like some of our people are just selfish. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's gonna take, you understand, some very direct oppression in his life before one day he decides to turn around and realize, man, they were right all along.
Like, trust me, it's like I'm from Louisiana and it's real bad out here. So, like, it's bad all across America, but you know, like some states actually, you know, they really show it. But like me, I go out on the streets also. Like he was trying to condemn y'all for actually putting in the work. I promise you, he'd probably be a person that's just on the internet, just trying to do Bible saying God loves everybody, but instead of going out in the work and doing this work, you know.
Nah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But once
Right.
again, not everybody has the strength, you understand, to be able to do that. Like he does not want to fight against his oppressor in any capacity. He's comfortable inside of America. You know what I mean? And he asks some good questions, you know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning,
Great question.
as far as, well, what else are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? But in his mind, he doesn't understand what it takes to actually wake up a people. He doesn't understand what it takes to actually lead a nation. And above everything, he doesn't understand the Bible, doesn't understand brotherhood, and doesn't understand what it means to actually be a people. Like our people want revolution without stepping on their oppressor's toes. You know what I'm saying? Without actually having to fight for it. They think it's just going to be handed to them. And that's like a slave mentality, because in slavery, everything was handed. The scraps were handed to make your clothes. The scraps were handed to make your food. And we've become conditioned to just want to accept mercy. You understand? When free men, you understand, give mercy. They don't beg for it.
Right. Yeah, so you done?
No, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, because I didn't want to cut you off or nothing. Yeah, but yeah, you 100% right. And yeah, like he was like, what? Like I knew you didn't. I don't know if you didn't answer the question, but about when the white people and the other nations come down to kiss the feet. That's Isaiah 49:23, I believe. What we be doing on the street.
I'm sorry, bro. I was blowing my nose. My allergies are crazy.
Oh, it's all good.
I couldn't hear your question over that. Go ahead.
All right. When he was saying that the other nations come down at camp to bow down and kiss our feet, I think that's Isaiah 49:23, correct?
That's correct.
All right, and this is my question. Why I wanted to call in for the show. About why does the Christian church do communion?
Why does what?
The Christian church does communion.
Okay, they learned communion from the Roman Catholic Church, and now every one of them have their own offshoot of it.
Right.
So every single church denomination descends from the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church initially hijacked the real church from the true disciples of Christ sometime around Constantine. So around 300 AD is when the church began to completely morph. From then on, you know what I'm saying, you have all these reformations, the Protestant Reformation, Martin Luther, all these different people who broke off, and they kept the core of the belief, but they all decided to take, you understand, different things and change them. Like some of them believe that priests can marry. Some of them believe, like the Catholics, that they can't. Some of them now teach that women can. Some of them don't. You understand? So the communion comes from their misinterpretation of what happened at the Last Supper. The Last Supper was Passover. That was a Passover meal. Right. So what they do is they reenact that every single time they have church or mass. You understand? When realistically, they just don't understand that was a Passover meal.
Wow. Something simple that they, that's how you know this Bible is only given to us, because we are the only one that can understand it.
Damn right.
Correct. And so, like, when somebody asks me, why did he use like a cannibalistic thing, talking about his body and his blood, and we should drink that, something like that. I don't know if it's in the scriptures or not. When he said, "This is my blood, the covenant," or something, and they'd be like, "Why he used cannibalistic things," something like that.
Okay, so it wasn't literal. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like,
It's metaphorical.
when he's saying like, "This is my flesh, this is my blood," you know what I'm saying? He's saying you have to fully embody this. This has to become a part of you. This has to be inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and he also said that this is a hard, like they, even those around him said this is a hard thing to understand because Christ talked raw. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't talk, one, for everybody to understand, and two, he wasn't, polite all the time. Remember, he said to Peter, "Get from around me, Satan." So when he said this, he gave it to them raw. You understand? And now let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Who stayed with him after he said that?
Who said with him after he said that? Not Peter, huh?
No, Peter stayed. Only the 12 stayed. Everyone else left him.
Oh yeah. The 12 disciples, correct. Yeah.
You understand?
Sorry, my fault.
Everyone else left him because this is a test to see who's really in this and who's not. Who's really going to follow them? You understand? And that's really what it's all about. You understand? Is those who were actually able to embody it and those who were not really sincere.
Yeah. And like I've been calling. I don't know if you remember me. I moved to Texas, and I'm from Louisiana. And like I've been trying to get in class. I don't know if y'all do online class, so I could stay
What part of Texas are you
in? Victoria, Texas.
How far is that from either Houston, Dallas, Killeen, or San Antonio? What's the
Houston? Let me put it in the GPS. Houston is like 2 hours away. I think that's the closest.
Houston would be the closest?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you a number to call. All right.
All right, I'm ready.
This is 832.
832.
236.
236.
9322.
322. All right, I got it. Yeah, and keep it up, man. Keep it up, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so
I wish
hopefully, I should be I'm be in class and all that too.
Well, listen, when you hang up with me, I want you to call that number, all right?
Got you. I'm about to do it right now.
Listen, call him right now, and that brother's going to get you right.
Shalom.
Shalom. All right. So what I learned tonight is that, you understand, there's just some brothers that they do not want to be free from their mental bondage, that they would rather be slaves inside of America. HUD must be the cat that we talk to. It's all right, brother. Listen, I'm trying to wake you up from your mental bondage. Anyway, what I want to do is, man, listen, pay your tithes. You understand? Make sure that y'all donate to Haiti. Tribe Vibes is coming soon. Captain Tazaryach's debate is going to be tomorrow versus Vocab Malone on the Virgin Birth. You could tune in 8 p.m. You understand? At I don't know if we're going to be simul streaming, but you know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to be on Garfield's channel. So you could check out the Garfield podcast, or you could search the Dagger Squad. And what I want to do is I'd like to close out the show with, could we go to back into, what do you call it, and play 22.99?
I logged out.
Could you log back in? No, not Tribe Vibes. In the email.
Oh.
That's the song I sent you.
Let's log in. Before I do that, can I make an announcement?
Go ahead.
All right, listen, this is Officer Shagapan. Listen, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all saw the advertisement I put on one of my Facebook profiles. I'm working with a brother in the school to make affordable armbands, so that way every brother in the school can have a pair to be prepared for camp. You know, we all need boots for camp. We all wear garments for camp. We all have headpieces and war scarves for camp. But this is something that we all should have for camp as well, to defend not only yourself, but for your brothers if something were to happen. So listen, get at me. My number is 845-664-3132. Again, my number is 845-664-3132. Get you a pair. We got 3 different grades that you can purchase. All great quality work. All right. Shalom.
And with that, this is Nakawan 2229.
2299, dirty cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawan, hook me up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Fuck around with you, Lord.
John Diamond make the villain look.
Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us, call us niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they show them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man in the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car, but you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers, them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group, they undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Ratting that bitch, tell him take off that badge and I'll bat him in his shit. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on Joe Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. Them marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them, bitch, if I'm a hoe, then treat me like a hoe. Mashot told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant a war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and needs to ass bitch. We know cowards only men prepared to die around this bitch, you heard? Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. ISUBK, we strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right, sir.
Okay? That's how we ride.